Topping news tonight, a mother on the island of Bimini is speaking out tonight on the alleged abuse of her 10-year-old son. She claims that an officer on that island was called to the school by the principal, where 8 students were allegedly beaten. But this mother says her son was beaten the worst. In this exclusive with our Aja Kwan, she says the incident has left her son traumatized. She joins us live in studio. Aja, what can you tell us?
Ramiko, the mother of this 10-year-old boy, says it is not the first time this principal has done such a thing, but this time it hit way too close to home. Now she says she is lawyering up, particularly after taking her son to the clinic, where they said the bruises could have ultimately been life-threatening. Now this mother is calling for justice for her child. Posts making its way on Facebook Friday morning about an alleged beating of students at the Bimini Primary School. One post having the same allegations as Taniska Sands, the mother of one of the students who was allegedly beaten at the hands of an officer on Bimini Thursday morning. Sands claims her son was one of 8, but his was the worst, leaving bruise marks on his thighs and posterior.
I called the principal. She didn't answer. I called the teacher, and she was very, okay, he needed it. And the principal called back after I sent her the picture with the bruises. And she called back, and she was the same way, oh, they got spanking because we said numerous times about the situation and nothing changed. So she called the police.
Sands hurriedly went to the police but did not receive the information she was hoping for. She alleges that the police officers at the station in Bimini told her it would have to be an officer of a higher ranking to deal with it. That is when she took her son to the clinic.
We went to the clinic and they said it was severe and whatever, to send him to Nassau to get checked. Today was if they could have kidney problems, kidney failures, because the bruises were so severe. They were black and purple. Bruised, he looked like he had a BBL. For me, if I sent him to school like that, they would call social service and the police for me. They called me telling me he got spanked or beaten or nothing. The principal, Ms. Heel, said when he finished, he was like, oh, you got it the worst.
Now, Sands says she still hasn't taken her son to the nation's capital for examinations. However, he is still too traumatized to return to school, even though they heard the principal was removed.
Being removed, I don't think that helps, because she could go to another school and cause some havoc. This is not her first incident with other people, children, dealing with them. And I think the teachers, all of them, just about all of them, needs to either counseling, some classes, because none of them stopped, none of them, and were more lenient to the police and the principal for doing it.
And since the incident, Ramiko, Sands says that the Member of Parliament for West Grand, Bahama and Bimini, who is also responsible for social services, the Honorable Obi Wilchcombe, visited her along with a social services team. She also claims that she briefly spoke with District Superintendent of Education, Ivan Butler, and another police officer in charge regarding this incident. Butler confirms that the Ministry of Education will be meeting with all those involved later this week. Live in studio for the Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Kwan. Back to you, Ramiko.